pause, but and I'll be honest, usually it's the fewer things that I end up having to go resetting the equipment. Because that's usually the only thing that fixes it.
Good
when
morning.
it's something that doesn't make any sense as to why it's happening. And that would be normally with like your edge mark, even though it's at your business location, it still is doing the routing for all of your phone numbers and phone calls and so on.
So here we go. I'm heading over to YouTube so I can see things the way you guys see things. And ta-da! There it is. Hi Arlene. Hi Deidre. Good morning. How are you today? I hope you're doing well. I have a big case of the tired this morning.
Yeah, the edge mark is the device that I'm interested in, and that's what routes all the phone calls and handles all the features and all that other fun stuff.
So I guess these are all the inks I have.
What they were referring to before, and it looks like it finally did get done 18 days ago, was the modem. According to the notes, was that he was talking about the modem being up for 263 days, 54, blah, blah, blah. And that he didn't want to
So I'm looking for just some plain black. I don't know that I'm going to find it.
So, yeah, I'm going to dig through this and check everything.
So I may wind up using paint after
like
all.
See if I can find the reason behind the issues that we have. Okay. Not a problem. I thank you for using Cox, and I'll talk to you as soon as I have an answer.
Let's see.
Thank you. Bye-bye.
Let's definitely shimmering. Yes, I'm still tired, but I was up very late last night doing things and stuff. I'm not finding anything that's just black. As a matter of fact, I'm not finding anything black. The closest that she has to black is hickory smoke. So let's get a piece of paper. Let's see what color it actually is. Move my fabric well away. Just make sure that we don't spray on that at all. Really think that's kind of a brown gray color. Yeah, that's kind of a brownish gray color. That is not the color we're looking for. That is also kind of a brown color. Interesting. So I think we're going to have to go with paint. Okay. So we have learned a lesson. How are you ladies doing this morning? Are you doing any crafting, or are you just hanging out? All right, so I'm gonna pop over to the paint stand over here and get some black. All right, I found some black here. And I have my little spray bottle. I definitely don't want to put it on this, like right here on the table. So, oh, you finished your kitchen recipe book. Blech. You finished your kitchen recipe book. How fun. You're doing a mind map collage, Arlene. That sounds like fun. So, I am going to put the cloth down. And we're going to have to do the paint off screen because I don't want it, or maybe up here. I don't have any accidents. So we'll put some of this up here. I got my brush. Put a little black paint on here, just a tiny little bit. And we'll dilute that with water. I know what a mind map is, so I think I can imagine what that is as a collage. I think that sounds like a lot of fun. Are you doing a particular subject, or is it a personal thing? What you doing over there, Arlene? Oops. All right. I think we need that to be a little bit more diluted. All right. And we just want a little bit of splatters here and there. Pink. All right, I think that will do that one. So I didn't think this all the way through what I was going to do with this after the dribbles on it. Ha ha ha. Clever. All right. So that's one down. Here we are. So oops. I'm getting all kinds of notifications at the moment. Okay. So there is that. So there is that. Do. And we'll have to let that sit for a hot minute though. So good morning, Curly. Crafter said it could be done. It's on Belgian, her home country. Shouldn't change a hillbilly. We're too stubborn to back down. Oh, shouldn't challenge it. Yes, Curly, yes. Hi, JD. How are you? I am currently cleaning some bit of black paint off of my coffee mug. Had a moment there when I was splattering. So just wiping a few things down. As we all know, I'm a little bit messy when I craft. And I'm going to go rinse this brush off too, because now it's got black paint in it. And we don't want to have that mess. So I shall be right back, ladies. Give me just a second. All right, I am back. So I just did the thing we were going to do today. I got to find something else to do. Put my brush back away. Set my choppy cloth over here. So how are you? I know Curly's at the 4-letter word. All right, so cleaned up my splatters. even a little bit on my water glass right there. Not too bad though. There we go. So it's really almost most of the way dry. So I'm just going to lay that over here out of the way. And I brought out a couple of magazines because I've splattered the thing. Somehow I imagined this taking more time, but it didn't. So I got some magazines just because I have magazines. And we'll just get on with that whole thing. Oh, look at that. I even managed to get a little bit right there. Silly, silly. Still wiping up splatter. So I couldn't find any ink that Alice didn't have any ink in her stash that's just black. She has many, many colors and lots of browns, but no black. So I went with super diluted paint. And that's what happened. So we're going to do these Star Trek magazines. And this one is the official collector's edition with exclusive photos and concept art. I'm sure this is going to be a huge faux pas in some community somewhere. So, I suppose I shall get back to it there. Because we're only 16 minutes in, and it seems a little silly to try and end a live 16 minutes in. Although I don't know if you guys know it. If you guys are following Johnny's junk journal shop with her, I'm going to see how many of these I can get cut out. But I'm just going to put aside the whole sheet, the little people. So I'm going to try and get those cut out if I can. But that's going to be fussy cut scissors right there. That's what I'm talking about. Fussy cut scissors. So she got her 60-pound box of supplies. I just saw the notification went by a little while earlier. So if you were waiting for that to come on, just know that Johnny at Junk Journal Shop is live and she's unboxing her 60 pounds of supplies. I'm going to watch it later, obviously, because I'm already live. The original Sulu, I have to have that. So just something to be aware of if you guys were following the start of her making those 600-page journals. She worked it out to make a 600-page journal. It's going to be, she would have to have 150 pages per journal, that's a lot of pages. And she was saying she was going to do, I think it was 13 or 14 signatures per journal. So I'm trying to bring up my calendar to figure out how many pages that is per signature. There were some pretty sizable books, I will admit. And the covers were very pretty. So she did 14 signatures in there. It's about 11 pages per signature. That's just crazy. I'm trying to wrap my mind around getting that many signatures sewn into a single spine. Okay.
Hey, so I just really don't understand this aspect of the UC app. So, I mean, I get what...
I'm going to take that cover right there. I like that.
Right. Okay.
These are comic book covers.
Why wouldn't it keep showing, even as an I am presence, why would it stop showing whether they're available or not? Or
All
any
right,
part
so
of
there
that?
we're going.
All right, and if they are signed on and she's still not getting the indication that they're available, okay, well, granted. Yeah, according to her, she was saying this was all work before. How am I supposed to verify that? Ah, okay. No, I have not logged into any of this stuff yet.
We'll take the word forg.
Because I didn't even know that it did this, so I was like,
You
that
wanna
doesn't
go out,
sound right.
little-
It's just a phone thing.
Yeah.
It's not.
There you go.
It's not the. It doesn't tell you when they're on. It's not a cam. Yeah. Yeah. Yeah.
All right, Arlene, have a great day. We'll talk to you later. Thanks for stopping in with us. I hope you have an awesome rest of the day.
All right. Yeah. There.
Okay, here we go.
Yeah.
Well, apparently they were here not that long ago. Star Trek Las Vegas 2017. So there
do they
must have been a
subscribe to
convention
them
here.
every single time?
There's the little, I don't know what those are called. Titans. But I like the little Kirk one. So we'll kind of rough cut around him. I think I can use the word subscribe today for ransom letters, so I'll keep those. And I definitely want the little Kirk figure.
Yeah.
He's got those little scratches and scrapes like he's always got in the show. What did you miss, Curly? All right. I think we're gonna have just a lot of big pictures for this. Oh, the convention. Okay. Oh boy.
Okay, but does that clear out at any given time?
I'm going to
is
take the
it
words
stays-
for sure.
Right.
Okay. We definitely have to have this lady right here. 100. Oh, that's so hard though. It's the new Star Trek crew, and they're so fun. But I gotta have this lady. Maybe I'll just keep the whole page, and then I can decide later. I have never been to a Star Trek. Hold on, the little dog wants in now. Yes. Come on. You ready? There you go. I made the whole thing shake. Sorry. I like the lady too. So I'm going to leave the whole page whole. Not going to cut anything off and even the words. And that way I have options later. But I'm thinking it's going to be that. How could you not get that lady? I mean, come on. That's crazy. This is already getting a little unwieldy on the side here. So,
Right.
just trim that up.
Never worked
So
with
we
it.
can get the pages more flush to
Okay.
the edge.
I get I understand the concept. So, all right. So this sounds like it's going to be.
Here we've got some
customer education.
Klingons.
She's like, it's not working. It's only working for 2 people, but the other 7 are not. Right. So let me ask you this: if they uninstalled and then reinstalled, they'd have to go through the whole process again, right?
I'm going to get as much as I can out of this.
And what the heck could have changed? Because she's like, it was working before when they initially went in 2 weeks ago to, work from home. It was working then, and it's just started not working. I mean, unless everyone just unsubscribed from it. That's the only way I'm seeing so far.
Okay, so Mr. Mike is working. He's working hard over there.
Doesn't quite make any sense. And she was saying that she's getting the notifications are just dumping when she gets a call, but she's not getting it regularly. Any ideas on that? Yeah.
My other car is a Type 6. Look at the shuttlecraft. Oh my goodness. Definitely gonna do that.
Very shortly. Are you doing training today from noon to 3? I have no idea. I didn't even look to see what class it is. I don't know. Let's see.
So,
round 3.
we'll be done shortly. And you guys can toodle off on whatever adventures you are having today. Which I'm sure are. Look at that
Hey,
one.
listen, let me send you the ticket number. I'm going to try talking to her. If I get anywhere with her, I'll let
It's
you know.
Mr.
But otherwise,
Spock.
we can pick up on this at a later time.
Definitely keeping the Mr. Spock.
Because to be honest, I can work with what I've got so far. But
Unmanned and unhinged. We definitely need that.
Get this to work. Make it work. And it's more of a
There's
customer
Uhura
education.
and Kirk.
All right. I appreciate the time, but yeah, well, I'm going to try to, but.
All right, I've got the phrase the changeling.
Yeah.
Oh,
well,
boy.
she's like they're
Classic
using
Star
both
Trek,
these,
right?
The cell phone and the desktop apps. They're all using.
I know, right? It's just super shiny. You must have the best hair products on in the galaxy,
I'll see
right?
what I can do with this. Got 15 minutes before
I imagine there's like 500 pounds of hairspray to keep that in place.
All right, buddy. I'll send you the ticket number. I'll let you know how well I do if I came through. And I appreciate all the information. All right, we'll talk to you later. Bye.
Okay, so they've got a little blueprinty thing here, plus a shot on the bridge with most of the crew in it. We're gonna take that. You don't necessarily think we've got any reason to keep that. Oh boy, look at that. That is fun. Gotta have it. I'm not even going to try and cut that apart. I'm just going to take it. Oh boy. Choices, choices. I'm probably going to use that at some point. Okay, so I think I'm just going to keep that whole page so I can side lay the old lady with the she is when they were originally thinking of canceling Star Trek, she was one of the major figures in trying to keep it going. I would like to be her when I grow up. I suspect I will not be. All right, so we've got a picture of the Borg and some other kind of alien right there. And we've got Data. And I have to have the phrase ships manifest, right? That's a must. And Curly says, hi, Mike.
Hello.
He's a little grumpy today. I think the work thing's not going so well. Hi, Renee. How are you today? Welcome, welcome. It's a slow, ooh, look at that one. It's a slow Tuesday. I already splattered the ink on my thing, so now I'm doing magazines because I'm a one-trick pony. And we're just doing this one, and then I'm going to call it a day. You're sick and bored. Oh boy, not anything exciting going on around here. Just harvesting a Star Trek magazine. Because why not, right? I think I'm just going to have to cut the edges off this. Okay. Hold the phone while I cut the edges off. Down to the last little bit of this magazine. Little pieces of paper everywhere. There's that girl again. Oh, I think I'm going to have to pick this side, though. I think I'm going to have to. And we've got some little comic-y things that we'll take here. And it's, I know it's only been 30 minutes. That's how slow and boring it is today. Oh my gosh, you guys remember these things? I remember these things. Oh boy. I remember that episode. Oh, memories. Oh, we got the the their equipment. We've got the phrase highly illogical. Got a little fun picture over here. Oh dear. Oh, yeah, there you go. I could not think of the word for the life of me, Curly. Take a deep breath, and we'll take first contact over here. Do, 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 do. I know today just doesn't seem that exciting to me. I feel boring. I actually feel boring. That's a mood, isn't it? But I also actually feel really tired. I think I'm going to bed way too late and getting up way too early. I've got to start going to bed earlier. The shenanigans is getting a little bit out of control. Apparently, there's a Star Trek adult coloring book. I did not know that. Ooh, take the phrase cannon fodder. You feel grumpy, as usual.
Me too.
I gathered as much.
Okay, not completely grumpy, just partially.
It's a thing. It's a mood. Oh, damaged good. That's a good phrase. And this guy, Captain Archer, is that? I was never really a fan of him. I don't know why, but he weirds me out a little bit. He always has. Hey, Denise Joe. How are you today? It's a quiet, boring day here in Lost Wages. I'm not feeling very peppy today. I'm not. I just feel kind of bleh. Not in a bad way. Just, like I'm too tired or somebody sucked the joy out of the universe. Something like that. So.
Hi, Nicole. It's Mike from Cox again.
Take the way of the warrior from over here.
I talked to a buddy of mine that's been working with this about as long as I have, but he's got a little more experience with the UC app than I do. He explained that the indicator that you're seeing where you're able to see when the others are online is like an IM. Okay, so all it does is indicate when they're online and or whether they're available or not, as far as in an instant messaging capacity.
So we'll take her.
So my curiosity is that are you subscribed to?
Look at all them covers.
I'm sure you were at one point. I'm wondering if somehow the contacts have been unsubscribed to. Well, like you would have to have sent a request to Lynette to be able to subscribe to see her as whether she's available. Or
maybe,
not,
I don't know.
Messenger.
Denise Joe says, blah, that's the good word. That's a good word. I'm feeling kind of blah. Well, we're only 39 minutes in. Should we break into this this book that it's probably actually some sort of Star Trek?
Or listed? Are you seeing them
fine to cut into? Let's see. Oh boy. I feel just a teensy bit guilty about this, not too much.
Right. It doesn't work like that. It's a instant messenger kind of indicator. It doesn't indicate whether they're on the phone or not.
I'll just put that over there. Curly, yes, do you even have to ask? I don't know, Curly. This isn't very entertaining. Just saying. There's that. We're going to take Rediscover the Final Frontier. How can we not?
Okay. Sure. I'll gladly get that screenshot for me if you could. It's going to be to Michael, Michael.
Okay. I got to have that. I think that's a must. I don't 100% know what I'm going to do with these images as far as collages go, but I feel like I have to have it. Lots of very iconic images. We've got Starfleet. We absolutely must have, if I do say so myself. I kind of like that side a little bit better, but I'm going to keep the whole thing because it could go either way there, right? They're very great images. Hi, Mary Lou. I saw that you were on earlier, I think. But I was just getting ready to come live. And I will have to go over and watch later. Gosh, I'm just getting whole page pictures here. Ooh, I like that one. That looks like fun. Goodness gracious. Just take the word. If we take it down to there, I have choices on, there's words on both sides that I can use. Ooh, a Galaxy United. And then we still got this guy. I remember that. Oh, so fun. So I did get my collage done yesterday. I struggled a lot with that collage yesterday. And in the end, I did something completely silly. But I had a lot of fun doing it. I will tell you that much. Ooh, look at the coats. We have to keep the coats. Check out that stuff. I'm going to keep both sides because I don't know what I might wind up going with, but that is fun. Ooh, and look at that one. You have to keep the Klingon Empire. My goodness. Those are big words. And if I can always cut them apart for... He's a badass dude right there.
And it just automatically kicks over to on a call when she is on call.
Okay, Mary Lou, that sounds good. Cleaning up a craft room is a very good thing. I do always kind of feel like
So
I clean up and then I have to spend like
half a day figuring out where I actually put things after the fact, but it's not necessarily a bad thing. You just have to relearn where you put
I was
things.
just curious. So everyone else is showing available, but I'm assuming that Bobby or Ken are on a call right now, maybe? We don't know.
So I'm going to have to clip these together because that's half of his body. And I might want to use that somewhere. So let me get a little paper clip for those. I have some plants to plant and dishes to wash. Oh, adulting, Laura V. You're outside. You're watching me from outside in the backyard. Oh my goodness.
I'm going to attach this.
Well,
to the
that
ticket
is some
as
talent
well.
right there.
Okay, I know I've got a meeting in 15 minutes.
That is awesome.
It's 3 hours, so I know that's going to be well after you're gone for the day.
We want to keep him
Send
together.
out a message to see.
I'll
if we
just
can get
clip him
someone to
together
pick up
like
this
that.
ticket for you to continue on troubleshooting for this.
Curly's like,
And if they don't, I will.
Francis, you have
continue on
talent.
with the meeting.
yes, you do, Francis. You definitely do. You love yesterday's collage. Oh my God. You should have seen. So I make it, and you saw that if you saw the video, I don't know if you did. I started out with something totally different than what I ended with.
So
Oh
you'd
my
like to
gosh, isn't that
continue
awesome?
This via
I started
email
out with
rather
a
than
lady who looked like
phone
she was
call?
pursing her lips. Yeah, I see that, Mary Lou. That's very true. And she was blowing. I had a tornado hooked up to that because I have that one tornado left.
No, it's all right. Normally we prefer to obviously call and talk to you.
And so that's how it started.
Communication
Oh boy, I might
aspect of it.
have regret trying to cut like this. I think I did.
So yeah, let me get this all together so that.
Oh my goodness, hold on.
My notes and everything else that we've done.
So I was doing that. And so most of the video was me struggling with that. And then I was just sorting through images.
Or if they're not
And I had the
able to,
planet Earth with the lady and her lips blowing and all that stuff. And I had all these things going on. And then I came across the picture of the broccoli.
All right, I apologize for all this inconvenience, Nicole. Look at this script.
And I could not help myself. So I cut it out and I didn't say anything. But the first thing that popped into my head was the broccoli cheese apocalypse. So I got that, and I took the little picture of the earth and a couple other things, and I put them on a piece of paper, and I lifted it up a little bit and tilted it towards Els because she was still awake too. And I said to her, "Death by broccoli cheese comet." And she didn't look at it at first. She just sat there facing her computer. And then she turns to me slowly. And thank you. They are really great images. Thank you, Mary Lou. She says to me, "Come again?" And I said, "Death by broccoli cheese comet?" And then I just burst into tears. And I almost laughed myself into an asthma attack. Oh boy. I don't know that I would need anything that big though. That's a hand phaser, and that's a little bit big to use in a collage. So I don't think I'm going to be able to use any of the weapons, but here we go. Here's some classic imagery right there, right? And she just shook her head at me, and apparently nobody had ever said the words broccoli cheese comet to her. I think she might have been a little bit worried about my sanity. Ooh, painty papers. Fun. Love it. You've been sending happy mail. She's cleaning by sending her stuff to everybody else is really what she just said there, which is clever. That's a good way to do it. And there's Picard. Apparently this figure comes with extra hands and doodads. I think I'm going to cut him out. I'm going to fussy cut him out. Ooh, look at that. Oh. Yeah, so Death by Broccoli Cheese Comet. That's the thing that happened last night. Oh, choices. Oh my God. A magnetic puppet on your finger. A puppet on your finger, a magnet on your fridge. Those are just a little bit scary. But I think, yeah, I'm going to cut those out. If I can get them all in a row, all fussy cut, that's fun. Yeah, I think you should reward yourself with painting papers. That is awesome. I don't think I need a big uniform, but we'll take that because we could put weird heads on that, right? You could totally put weird heads on that. Okay, for textures and stuff, I think I'm going to keep these. Oh, look at that. Yes, please. Oh, now that's just creepy as hell. A lamp with them, oh, I can't even think of the word I want. Beaming. They're beaming themselves somewhere. I think that's actually a little creepy. There's the big ship again. So we'll take the page with the big ship because we got it on 2 pages here. That is big. I would have to make a super big collage for that. Ooh, I like that even better though. I'm taking it for this side. How could I not? That is awesome. If I had any ambition, Curly, I would totally give it to you. But I have none. I'm with Arlene or whoever said they had the blahs. This is Mary Kay. Ooh, check out that fanciful thing. I kept so many whole pages out of the, oh, look at that. Oh, gotta have that. I'm having way more fun with this than I should be. You have a brand new jelly plate you haven't used yet. Oh, I'm so jealous. I so want one of those. And Els makes fun of me every time I say I want one. Just use a piece of glass. She's not wrong, but it doesn't make me want one any less. Just saying. Just saying. But that's a long way out. I have other more responsible things I have to get first before I start buying things like jelly plates. Just in case. And then this is the same from the other one, so I'm going to keep that because I could cut out this stuff or I could cut out this stuff, but definitely I could get the phrase highly illogical twice. I think so too, but there's no convincing about that. Right? Because it takes you got to set it up, you got to do the thing, and then you got to do the cleanup. It's not one of those things you can just leave sit down. It'll get all dried out and nasty. Hey, Witchy. You are here just in time to see me wrapping up from the great Star Trek Magazine image haul. I got a good chunk of images here. Just trying to get them straightened up a little bit. A lot of full page images, a lot of fun going on in there. I'm not sure exactly how that's going to apply to collages, but I had fun cutting them out and drooling over them, that's for sure. Not much for the way of words for this, though. Bookie book. So I will get these glued down, and by next Tuesday, we might actually be working on some pages if I can find my poster board and stuff. I'm not 100% sure what I did with it. Put it on your wish list. Hello, plate. I'm guessing she meant a jelly plate. It is on my wish list, hon. It is. It's been on there probably the longest of all the things on my wish list. Isn't that silly? The board under your bed. The board is under your bed. Hi, Di. Everybody's coming in here all of a sudden. Oh my goodness. Well, ladies, I love all of you, but we are at we have reached the end of our in the end of our little. And Francis was lurking in here like a champion. And see, you can't leave now. I don't have anything else to do, hon. I'm out of stuff to do. I tore up 2 magazines. I splattered these, and they're dry already, and they're looking good. And you don't want to watch me glue them to the cover, so that's silly. Do not instigate with Laura, Curly. You guys are silly. If I could think of something else to do with you guys, I certainly would, but I can't think of anything I could productively do. If I tear up all my magazines today, then I won't have any for other days, and then what will we do? Come over and do my dishes. You know, I actually would if I could, Laura, but I think I'm a little too far away to make that trek for you. I don't mind doing dishes, but I prefer to hand wash them. I'm not a dishwasher person. You watch me tear, you can watch me glue. Let's pull out the covers and see. I've got to find I can't find what I did with my, oh, I'm so at a loss for words today. I had other pages. I had a few other things that were going to be pages in this. I have no idea where they went. So Els gave me a little bit of 3-in-1 for this, and I think it's supposed to be good on fabric. Let's see. Crystal clear, instant grab, blah, blah, blah. Surfaces must be clean and dry. Test first on scraps. I never do that. Apply glue to surface. Does it say what kind of stuff it actually works on? 3-in-1. Okay, 3-in-1 what? Highly flammable. That's awesome. Is it supposed to be for, does anybody in the audience know, is it supposed to be for fabric? Laura, 3-in-1 works good. It works on everything.
It does.
Al's got a bunch of glue is in, and she gave me one of these to work with for this journal. So I was like, what am I going to glue this down with? Because Fabri-Tac is expensive, you know. I have not gotten myself a bottle just yet. Okay, there's a little plastic protector in here. Let's peel that thing away. Without gluing myself to anything, that would be a bonus. Put the little lid back on here. All right, so let's see. We only need one cover at a time. I don't want to get carried away here. So we have to decide which one we want to be the front. I'm not even sure which one of these is, but this is the back. That's the back. This is the front. Okay, so now we have to decide which one of these we want to be the front. So that's, let's see. That's upside down. And that's upside down. So that's the way it goes. So they're very similar. We have to decide which one we want to be the front cover and which one we want to be the back cover. I think I want this one to be the front cover. It says more front cover to me. It could be full of baloney pants, but that's what it says to me. Same company, Beacon makes both. You bought 2 big bottles in case of emergency. Every crafter's having the same moment. Chrissy Biddleston just stocked up on glue. And this one can't go, it's this edge, so I want to make sure there's kind of an even amount on either side, but it's this edge where we can only go over just a tiny smidgy bit, or we're going to, I should probably turn it towards me instead of trying to look way over the whole thing. This, because you've got the holes here, and the holes still have to work for that. You can tell. I have, no, that's too far. I just want it to come over the edge a tiny, tiny little bit. So like that. Now I've got to move beverages and other stuff. Don't lose your lid. Do not lose your lid. We got to have it straight. It would be good if it was straight, right? So we just want it to come over a smidgy little bit right there. Okay, so we've got the right side out. That's good. That is usually a plus, being
Check, check.
straight.
Can you hear me?
You've been using your glue gun more. I don't even have. Els has a glue gun. I don't have one. I don't use it all that often. Got awls. I have an awl. My pokey tool. I have one of those. Do I need one for this? So yeah, I want to leave the. And Els has to help me put the book back together. I don't even remember how it goes back together. But even here, I'm going to have to trim or something. I don't know what I'm doing here. Although I guess it could fold it out and do it like that and maybe trim that part off. So this is going to be interesting. Interesting, I say. So I think maybe what I want to do is just draw a light line right here. Oh, you think so? Just poke a hole there? You don't think it'll add too much? I'm worried about adding too much bulk. Although it is very thin fabric. But I can't push it up too much more than it is, honestly, because I didn't plan on. When I measured it, I thought I wouldn't go just a little bit over that. I'm just going to draw a line right here because I'll glue that down last. But I have to actually find my pen. I'm always losing my pen. Oh, Amy, what did you do with your pen? Because you only have one good pen. And it's not tucked up under anything. Automatically want to say every time the baby has stole my things, but I don't think it was the baby. I think it was me. Here's a pencil. Let's see if a pencil will work. Okay, so just so I know that this is the part that's going to go up over there. It's going to be a whole interesting process, I think. And I think I'm actually going to, since it's just a pencil, and there's very little chance I'm going to see it through the fabric, I'm just going to kind of go
I don't see anything in here.
around the hole. There's some stuff in the big fridge. I put it out in the big fridge because it was sitting on the counter last night, so I put it out in the garage fridge.
That's not what you're looking for, though.
What is he looking for?
He was looking for some of the barbecue last night. The big bag was actually trash.
Oh, well,
I
I
didn't
put it in
wanna
the
put it in
fridge
the
because
new
I didn't
bag.
know what it was,
Yeah,
and
that's fine. And then the other-
I'll toss it out the next time I go out there. Then
I already grabbed it.
I didn't see any barbecue. I didn't see any.
Hot dog?
There was a couple left, but I don't know where they went. Maybe Mikey had them.
I only put
Oh, okay.
a little bundle. I just
Yeah.
bought a bundle.
Sorry, I haven't eaten today, so I have not assessed the food situation. Okay. Well, it's muslin, so yeah, it's really thin. So then I can put I'll be able to place it down after I put the glue on this without hopefully screwing it up too much. I'm sure somebody ate them by now.
When I put them away last night, there was only one left.
Oh, okay.
There was only one hot dog left?
When I put them away last night, yeah. One hot dog and 2 burger patties.
I didn't ever see it. Mikey must have had some. So we can put away some food.
You seem like man, you just like will grab like a couple hot dogs and eat them straight up.
Yeah.
I caught him one time eating a hot dog and pouring ketchup straight into his mouth with the fridge door open. And I had to just walk away.
Level duding right
Because in my brain went, I didn't just see that, but I know I just saw that. All right, so I've got the little square around there, so let's throw some glue on here. I can see you
Yay,
guys
3-hour
twisted
meeting.
you're going into a 3-hour meeting.
Yes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so I'm going to
Another
apply
thing
the
is what's
glue
twisted.
to the book, and then I'm going to flip the book over and try and get it in the square. Wish me luck. Oh, that's pretty good. How much of this glue do you think I need? Do I need to brush it out, or will it be okay if I just squeegee it on there like this? Suppose we need to get it pretty close to the edge and on the edge and all kinds of other stuff. This is a lot of book. That's what I'm saying. I don't know how much of this glue I actually need. Oh, this smells like a nail polish remover. That's an interesting smell for a glue. Who would have thought? And Captain Ferocious is on the job over there. What's funny is she gets all ferocious like that, and then she gives herself a little mini dog asthma attack because she's a little chunky monkey. So she'll do all that barking, then she'll be like, but like more asthma-y. Just saying. Oh, that is disturbing, Mary Lou. That is deeply disturbing to my brain. Just saying. That's information I maybe didn't need to have. All right, so I'm gonna flip this over. Could be totally doing a horrible thing. Witchy, just squirt it. Okay. So here we go. Okay, there's that. Let's see. Get a little bit of wiggle room there. It's mostly inside the lines. Okay, so now we're going to flip it over. And I'm going to try and smooth it out.
Oh, wow. Okay, so we're at the 10 minutes past, so we're going to get started in just a moment here.
Okay. Uh-oh.
My first
Trying to get it all pulled out straight. I've never done this with fabric before. Trying to get it so it's pulled out nice and straight, but not. Ah. Oh boy. All right, so here we are. Having had my arm slightly twisted to glue this down because everybody came in just as I was getting ready to get off my stream. Well, how about them apples? I did it. And it's not even, I don't think, well, we'll see. Maybe it'll get bubbly later, but I think I got it. So, make sure it's all straight. Woohoo, I did a thing. I did it. So, now we've got oh, there's a way to get it glued down, isn't there? I think I'll do this sides first. I'm gonna have to still miter the corners though, I think. I don't have very good fabric scissors. Let me see. I've used them for other things. Let me try and clean these up for a hot minute. Give me a second, ladies. So what are you up to today, Witchy? Are you just chilling? Are you doing some crafts? What's going on in your world? I asked everybody else earlier. Where'd my thingy go? There's my thingy. I'll be with you momentarily. I'm doing stuff to my scissors. I'm working back into the little golden book. Oh, nice. Boyfriend isn't even awake yet. Oh my goodness. 12, 1, 2. It's 3 o'clock on the East Coast. That's crazy. But it depends on how late you stay up, you know. Everybody has their own rhythm. And these days, for a lot of people, sleep schedule doesn't really matter. It's going to be hard when we all have to go back to our normal routines, right? It's going to be some crazy stuff going on. I was heading into bed about 4 o'clock this morning. So we're lucky I was able to get up for the shenanigans today. I'm still cleaning my scissors. I know this isn't very exciting for you. But I'm hoping cleaning them up will make them cut to the fabric a little bit easier. I don't want to go shopping on Elle's desk because I don't know what all her scissors are for. And I might use the wrong ones for the wrong thing and get in trouble. Don't want to be having that going on. Mine apparently I use these for tape at some point. Like a lunatic. I don't want that to stick to the fabric. She's sleeping, yes. I went to bed at 4-ish. And she was up after that. So I don't know what time she actually went to bed, but I know it was after 4 o'clock. She was working on editing a video. She has exacting standards for what she wants for content on her channel, and she pushes herself very hard to get there. Meanwhile, 10 minutes before my live stream, I'm rolling my butt out of bed. I'd already been up for a few minutes before that. Like, I was stressed and everything. I was just like, well, I could lay down for a few more minutes. Because the time I had wasn't really enough time to get anything done. So I made excuses for my little brain. Just go and lay down for a few more minutes. I got up at 9 and I wasn't really feeling it. Okay. I keep looking at my hair and then my scissors. No, don't do it. Don't do it, JD. You'll have regrets. Regrets are not good. All right, I'm going to try and cut the corner off this just so we don't have big bulky corners. Don't want to have big bulky corners. One side is way longer than the other though. We'll see how we do with this. Okay. And I suppose we need to do it on all the corners because we don't want big bulky corners anywhere. All right. We'll see what happens here. I guess we'll start right here. So we'll put some right down here along this edge because we want the whole thing to stick. Move those scissors out of the way. And then I think I'm actually going to have to apply this to the fabric because I'm going to fold the fabric over. And that's how I do it with paper. So all right, let's see how it goes. Okay. I waited 3 years to cut it. Nope, not going to do it. Okay, good, JD. We don't want you to have any kind of hair regrets over there. Well, this seems to be going reasonably okay. Although I will admit it is using a ton of glue. You know what I haven't really thought of at all? What I'm doing on the inside cover. I did not consider that even a little tiny bit. So I will have to think on that before next Tuesday, right? That's a thing. Uh-oh, something happened. I need to get that tucked up somewhere there. Okay. Let's tuck it up under there and see if I can't get this. Ah, don't stick before I want you to. Need to get that nice and snugged up there. You don't want it to be all slouchy and stuff. Yeah, this glue smells exactly like nail polish remover to me. I don't know how it smells to you guys, but it does smell like nail polish remover to me. Alrighty. Just make sure there's not like extra glue hanging out over there. I don't know, I feel like no matter what I do, I wind up covered in glue. I think that's going to be a tight little fit right there. Put a little bit of glue right there. Tiny little bit of glue right there. And we're going to smoochie that in. Smoothie that in. Okay. Put a little bead of glue right along that frayed edge so it doesn't fray any further. Not that it's going to have a chance to fray once I get it all glued over with whatever's going on the other side of it. Okay. So here we go. I'm definitely going to need some book corners on this puppy. I don't know if I don't have super big ones, and I don't know if Els does either. So that may be a thing I have to order. But it will get it covered up before we ever finish with the book. All right, so there's that. Now, bye, Mary Lou. Hope you had good fun cleaning up your craft room there. We'll see you around. Thanks for coming by, hon. Hi, Sandra. How are you today? Mm-hmm. I have glue fingers now. Thanks. We'll see how it. Gotta get this last one done up. So let's make this happen, ladies. Get some right here on the this little part of the spine. And we'll glue the little fabric edge down. Els did point out one of the benefits of this is that I don't have to fill it up with pages right away. I can work on the pages. Then we won't be able to actually see this part because it's going to be all sandwiched in where the I can do this where it fits together with the extender thingies. You're never going to see this part of it once it's all sandwiched together. So there is that. I think I need some glue over here. I think I didn't get enough glue down in this little part down here. Okay. Now there's glue right there. Now there's a lot of glue right there. So, all right. By sheer force of glue, we're going to make this work. Oh, we're on your channel this week, Witchy. Awesome. Can't wait for you guys to be on tonight. It's always such a hoot. I enjoy watching and being in the box. It's fun. All right, so there's what it looks like from the front for this cover. And that's the inside. And of course, all of this will be covered up with, we'll get something to cover that. I haven't decided what I'm going to do yet. I just know that it needs to be, we need to measure it from here. Let's see. What are we thinking? That's probably about 13 inches. We measured this before, didn't we? Yeah, it's about 13, around 13 inches there for that. And it could be fudged a little because that's going to be covered up. This end's going to be covered up. But there's one side. Dun, 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 dun. How do you like them apples? Okay, so Let me grab the other one and let this one dry. So we have to decide which way is the top. Goes like that. So we want to flip it this way. Put it on the book. And then we have to do this whole measuring thingy again. We want to make sure it's laying flat. That's for sure. Okay. So let's see. That's a little more than we wanted. I think this edge is a little wonky. It's a little wonky. Let's see here. I don't even know if I... Bless you! Baby's in there sneezing up a storm. See if that helps even it out some. A little bit, but we still want to pull that back just a tiny smidge. All right, well, that's going to have to do it there. So we'll get the pencil. There's the pencil. It is totally out. Hey, Michelle, I didn't see you come in. Welcome, welcome. Happy to see you, lovely lady. No, she's not getting sick. It's just we're all sneezing. It's warming up. Things are blooming. My eyes are watering like crazy. Elsa's eyes are watering like crazy. We're not getting sick. We're all just even the baby a little bit with the allergies. It's just the time of the year that it is, you know. So we have a spot to put this once we fill it up with glue. Y'all know I need training wheels. All right, here we go. Come on. Here, my pencil's getting dull. All right, so there's that. Got my little mark all the way around so I can plop it back down in the right spot. And we shall glue. Hey, Kat, how are you? Welcome, welcome. Gosh, I haven't seen you in a little while. Are you feeling a little bit better, Michelle? I hope that you are feeling better. Went outside yesterday and cut lilacs and sneezed for a long time. The lilacs went back outside. Oh my goodness. Let's see how much of this glue I've already used. Can't even tell. I can't even tell. Oh, I've used like a third of the bottle already. 3 in 1, my goodness. A third in one go. This is a big book though. This is a very big book. So we're going to do the edges here, because that is important. And then we're going to glue the ever-living heck out of it. I know this isn't very exciting for you guys watching me glue stuff, but they insisted. I was trying to get offline when most of you came on. But you were like, no, stay on. We watched you tear up paper. We'll watch you glue stuff down. And so I did. And here we are, gluing stuff down. We're getting there, though. Running out of hand strength, though. My hand is getting tired of my wrist. I'm guessing this is something we do not want to come loose in the book. Thinking that would be a very bad thing. All right. I'm trying to see where I've missed spots. No, I don't. I just have weak wrists. I do not have carpal tunnel, or at least I have not been diagnosed with carpal tunnel. But I've been doing a lot of gluing and cutting with the collaging. So I think that may be part of the reason. All right. I still keep seeing like big open. I just want there to be a lot of glue on here. All right. Wish me luck. Here we go. Gotta turn this around. We gotta catch a corner over here. We want this to lay as flat as possible. No bunching. No bunching. Okay. Here we go. Get that. All right. Now let's flip that baby over and smooth it out. As we're going here. Oh, I think that's a lot of us, Kat. That's okay, Witchy. This is my first time, so I don't know if you should really be watching me, hon. This is not my strong suit. There's a little bit right here where it's just not. Oh, I got a glue booger. Glue booger. See if we can reuse that glue. And I've got like a little edge right here where I obviously didn't get like a little string of glue going on. And I really want this to be glued down super good. I think Els is probably the one to watch for this sort of thing. This is her speciality. She does fabric covered books all the time. But I wanted to give it a try. So here we are, giving it a try. There's a little bit right here that's not glued down well enough, in my opinion. Okay. Let's Let's just keep turning and making sure we've got the glue the way we want it. This has got a little bit of spots over here where I think it could use some glue. Oh, no glue on the top. No glue strings on the top. Oh, I'm still feeling my stuff. Okay. Oh, now I have a piece of string glued to me. Awesome. Okay, and then here we go. See, I worried it wouldn't smoothie enough right up to the edge. Oh, there's a bubble right there. No bubbles. Okay, let's get that all smoothed down. Okie dokie. So we're going to cut the corners again. Paint is so boring. Oh boy. Blue booger. No, glue booger. I don't know that that's any better, but I saw her a couple of days ago. I want to say in Brooks or Johnny's, one or the other. But I haven't actually talked to her in a few days. I saw on Facebook that she had gotten all moved. But it's been a little bit since I've heard from her. Now I feel worried. Now I'm worried. Cutting the corners to miter the edges. But I'm definitely going to get some book corners to put on these. I think I need some bigger ones than what we've got. But I will try what I've got and what Els has got and see if there's anything that will work. There's no point in spending money if you can get something you've got to work. Okay. So we'll start right here. Pull off that extra string right there. All right, here we're going again. Let's get a glue bead right up to the edge of that frame. I know Els tends to make this stuff in a book cloth, but I didn't want to take the extra step. We'll see if I pay for that later. I think I will on the pieces of this muslin that I want to use for the spines on the journal set I'm working on. But for this big ass baby that's just for me, I didn't really feel like it was a necessary step. So let's get this all folded over. Nice and tight. Smooch that right up there. Come on. Smoochy, smoochy. Get that all nice and smooched. Oh, let's see. Oh, I do feel tired a lot too, Cat. I haven't seen any notifications. I am subscribed to her, but I'm not receiving notification for any lives from her. Oh, wow. I didn't know that, Witchy. That's interesting. But I feel kind of like Cat. I just feel like napping most of the day. I have stuff to do and I want to do stuff, but that's why I'm pushing myself through this 100-day challenge. it makes me do something every day. It makes me get up and think and be a little bit silly and all that sort of thing, you know. I really had fun with the broccoli cheese comment. So that I laughed good and hard, and I needed a good hard laugh. I almost laughed myself into an asthma attack. I was over there, breathe, stop laughing. While she's judging me for the broccoli cheese comment, which she said she wasn't judging me, but she had that look on her face like she was a little concerned when I first announced that the world was going to end in the conflagration of broccoli and cheese. I was just happy to have said something to her that no one's ever said before. Hey, what do you think of death by broccoli cheese comet? The look on her face was priceless. I wish I had had my camera on at that moment, focused on her, but I didn't think that far ahead. I was just like, I'm going to say this thing and see what happens. I don't know how much of this you would normally use on a journal, but I've used a good chunk of this bottle. Is that normal? Does anybody have an opinion on this? Let's get this pulled up all nice and tight. Did you see my picture of my collage? There's a broccoli cheese comet heading straight for the earth, and I used my little ninja chopsticks guy to try and beat it back, but I think we might be all dying in a cheesy broccoli fiery mess. I just had a lot of fun with it, but I've just randomly giggling through the entire process, you know. Just saying. It was not a finer adult moment for me. It was more like, oh, the laughter. I've got another glue booger, not blue glue. Although I will tell you, from dyeing and painting and stuff, occasionally I get weird colored boogers. Especially if I'm using the powdered dyes. I had a friend who did one of those color runs where they throw the colored powders at you. She said she had weird colored snot for days. You don't want to look, but I think you're compelled to look when you do something like that. I should have cut this piece down a little bit. There's a lot of it, but too late now. All right. I think I'm definitely going to have to buy me some 3-in-1 glue there. I am pretty impressed with this. Let's get you all folded down to make this thing happen. I do have completely glue fingers, though. Look at my glue fingers. You use Mod Podge? Really? Thank you, Deidre. Erin, how are you? Good to see you. You were looking at that. It's actually Elsa's. I did not order this. I was talking about gluing this stuff down, and she just happened to have gotten in a very large glue order, as many crafters seem to be doing at the moment, stockpiling glue. Because it's one of those things we just can't do without, right? We use glue for everything. Glue is life. I have never used 3-in-1 before, and I must say, while I have used most of this bottle on this particular project, because these things are huge, and I've never used it before, so I don't know if I need to use as much as I did, but I used quite a bit. Elsa's probably going to get up and have a heart attack. I feel bad, but she gifted me one of these bottles to do this. Hopefully I'll have enough to also do my spines on my other journals, so I can get that much closer to, because I actually have a pretty easy time of putting the signatures together. It's always the covers that take me the longest. They really, really do. And so just trying to glue this down. Glue the fabric to itself. Trim that off there. We want it nice and smooth. Nice and smooth. Let's go back over here to these little corners and see if we can't smush them down a little bit more. But definitely both corners on here, I think. All right, so I think we're going to put the lid back on that, and then we'll have a look when it smudges back down the sides to see how much but it feels pretty light. I think I used a good chunk of that bottle, maybe 2/3 of it for the. I will say it does seem to be drying quickly. So I think I might have actually glued that on upside down. Oopsie. Well, we'll just go with it. That's how it was meant to be, right? It's the back. Oh, actually, that is the back. So, no, it's not upside down. Hallelujah. I did not have a totally weird moment there. They won't ship 3 and 1 to Utah? What? That's witchy. Tempting, but no. I'm a little bit scared of Elle sometimes. But I mean that in a loving way. You know how she is about her craft supplies. I would not dip into her stash and pretend like nothing happened. Okay, so let me grab the other one back up here. Hold on, I'm peeling glue boogers off my fingers. Let me see if I can use this wet cloth I had earlier and just clean this off a little bit. I feel very sticky. Oh my goodness. Glue, and this is a glue that really sticks too. I'm impressed. But I think that's looking pretty good. And it's already feels pretty much mostly dry. So that is fast drying and very stuck. So let me grab the other piece. There's the top piece. You guys might have missed it earlier. The very first thing I did was dilute some paint and put splatters everywhere. And I do mean everywhere. I had to wipe it off of all my coffee cup, my teacup, the bottle of Mod Podge, my computer screen. So that was the thing. I know, right? Just when I was getting comfortable. What do you mean you use my glue? I just wouldn't go over and take somebody's stuff. You know, I'm not like that. She was very generous to give me a bottle. But now that I've tried it, I will definitely be buying it for the future. Because when I do fabric-y stuff. Because that was easy and it seems to be holding very well. And it doesn't feel, you know, sometimes when you put some types of glue under fabric, it feels very stiff. This does not feel stiff. It still feels like fabric. Do not mess with the glue. I'm going to watch and cut words from it. Honey, I have so many words I may never use that I gave away an entire envelope full, and I still have tons. I sent some out as Happy Mail. And then something happened in the living room. Somebody's unhappy. I'm going to get another one of these wipes. I'm still trying to clean glue off my fingers. You're trying by stealing Elsa's stuff. There's so many other ways to corrupt me. Besides, she's a pretty good sharer. She would share with me if I was in desperate need. I don't think she'd give me another whole bottle because, but I think if I didn't have quite enough to do a project, I'm pretty sure she would share with me because she's like that. She's a good person. And I think our base nature is to help each other out when we can, not all the time, but pretty much. Crafters are pretty generous. So, I am so sticky right now. You've been planting food. Somebody else was gardening too. I think it might have been Laura. But there was somebody out there. Had me in the garden with them, which I think is amazing. Well, this glue is super sticky. This may require a shower to get it all off. So there's the One Witch and the One Crazy Lady show tonight at 6 p.m. Eastern Daylight Time. No, Pacific Daylight Time, which is 7, 8, and 9 across the country. It is 6 o'clock, right? You're crafting with dirt. That's the best kind of crafting, right? Are you planting flowers or vegetables? Not that it matters. Both are equally awesome things to plant. No judgment here. I've grown some tomatoes and some cucumbers in the past. And someday I would like to do a whole garden. I think that it's a lot of work, but I think it would be very rewarding. And not just in foodstuffs. Okay. I've got most of the big chunks off. I don't want to touch it till I have I don't want to get marks all over it with my glue hands and glue fingers. It's craziness right there. Crazy, I tell you. Veggies and herbs. Way less herbs this year than normal, though. You better not mess with your dog. Oh, goodness. My cigarettes, my money, or my husband. Well, we all have our do not cross lines, right? That's a thing. All right, so I feel pretty good about this. Now I really have to get on the hunt for those poster boards. I wish I remembered what I did with them. I have done kind of like a quick perusal of my room. There's not very many places you could put half sheets of poster board, which is about what those are, when you buy them in the half size. Too many crops are being turned under for you to worry about it. You can't plant until after. Oh, Curly, that's no good. Do you do a garden too? Is everybody out there gardening? That's awesome. I didn't know so many of you were gardeners. Perfect. Las Vegas, not really the ideal place for gardening, but it is what it is. All right. So I have reasonably clean hands now. Goodness gracious, I made a mess. I garden every year for you, Curly. Awesome. I'm just rubbing my hands together to get the last of the glue boogers off there. Still a little bit around the edges of my fingertips. But look, reasonably clean hands. Still with the dye though. Dye everywhere. All right, so I think I'm pretty happy with how this has turned out. We've got tomatoes and zucchini. Oh, deer can be very frustrating. Has anybody ever read The $64 Tomato? That book actually made me laugh So hard I almost peed on myself. And his encounters with the deer and all the ways he tried to keep the deer out of his garden. Animals are very ingenious when it comes to getting to food that's, in a convenient location. You have a berry garden. How awesome. Oh, Japanese beetle love them as much as you do. Okay, so we have got a good start. Next week we will put on the inside covers, and then I will have Els help me put this back together, and we'll start making pages. And I think I'm going to take her suggestion to make each page and then put it in the book, because they will be easier to work that way. This book is so big, so we'll just build it as we go. It'll be part journal, part blue book, part creative journal. I think they're all kind of the same thing, but check that out. We did it. Got the start on the cover, and we'll ink the edges up and probably do a couple other things as we go along. This is just the base. We can add to it and do other things as we go. Oh, I put tomatoes, peppers, onions, green beans, cucumber. Wow, that is awesome. You can't shoot your babies. Oh my goodness. Okay, so now I have been on for 116 minutes, which is way longer than I intended to. Deer is yummy. I'm with you on that. Not everybody's a hunter, though, or likes wild game. I think it's delicious when you can get it. I am not a hunter myself, though. I have no interest in going out and doing that. My crazy canning sister-in-law passed, so it will be just myself and my hubs canning this year. I have never canned, and that is a skill I would like to acquire. All right, so we are all done for today. We culled 2 magazines. We paint splattered this cloth. We have glued this cloth down. And now we are done for the day. I have to get on with my collage and other things I need to do. Your hubs cans and you assist. That's awesome. You guys are such a good team. We used to can 500 jars of food a year. Wow, that is amazing. Now, this is just muslin stamped. But if you've seen wallpaper border like it, I think that's awesome. So we are going to close this up for today. Don't forget about the One Witch and One Crazy Lady show this evening. And Els is doing her usual live on Thursday in the afternoon. I'm not sure what time, but I'm sure she will be able to tell you all this evening. Thank you all for coming and watching me and hanging out. And I had fun hanging out with you guys. Bye, Kat. Hiss, Curly. Bye, Laura. And so however you guys are spending your days and nights, I hope it brings you great joy and happiness. Until I see you in one of my lives or in a box somewhere else, I wish you the happiest of crafting. Bye, 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 bye. The end. Do, 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 do.